Hi, I'm June Williamson, aka the Happy Thai Girl, and today on Cooking Made Easy with June, we'll be diving into the Deep South for a traditional 2-cheese mac and cheese dish that's coming right up on Cooking Made Easy with June. Y'all stay with us! Okay, before we start with our 2-cheese mac and cheese, we're gonna thank Macy's because Macy's is amazing. They are sponsoring my show, #1, but you know what? They have everything. They're a great, happy shopping place. So, thank you, Macy's. Today for our Southern deep dish, well, Deep South. We're going to the Deep South, and here I go my accent. Every time I talk to Stephanie, she's my sister-in-law. Come here, Stephanie. Go ahead and start talking.
Okay, so
She has a really deep, strong Southern accent.
not as strong as it used to be.
Okay, yes.
Okay, but it is still there.
Okay, so tell us about macaroni and cheese. I mean, I know that every family event we have is like, Stephanie is bringing the mac and cheese.
Yes. So when I was little, mac and cheese was like a big treat at our house. We didn't get to have it.
Treat?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't get to have it very often because it was kind of expensive to buy all the cheese. Kind of an expensive dish to make.
Right.
So when it was on the table, it was kind of exciting. And I can even still remember like the brown bowl, like my mom cooked it in and stuff.
Oh, a brown bowl?
Yes, it was this brown ceramic bowl. And it was just like a big treat for us. But I could never really make it like my mom made it.
Well, how did she make it?
She would make a roux on the stovetop.
Okay,
So
a roux is like, you mean like a creamy sauce?
Yes, like a cream and put flour and thicken it with cheese.
Yeah.
And it's kind of really labor intensive.
Right.
I tried it a few times and it was good, but I just
Right.
never felt like it was ever as good as hers. You know, maybe it was the brown bowl. I don't know, because I didn't have the brown bowl. But so I found this recipe actually as I was looking for an easier way to make it for me.
Cooking Made Easy.
I came across this website for soul food, and it was called chitlins.com.
Okay. For those who don't know what chitlins are, tell us what a chitlin is.
A chitlin's like fried, what is a chitlin? Can somebody Google that? No, it's like a fried,
is it pork
pork skin thing.
Stomach?
I don't think it's a stomach.
Oh, okay. Somebody tell us
I've never
what it
had a
is.
chitlin, but on this website, they had all these good recipes for like Southern comfort
chitlin
food.
is so Southern.
Yeah,
You just say it
comfort
like chitlins.
food. So I found this easiest macaroni and cheese recipe I've ever made, but everywhere I take it, people love it. They ask for the recipe. Want it for leftovers, they just love it. So,
okay, I'm gonna be honest.
It's so easy to do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole time that I wanted you to come on the show, I kept thinking it's 3-cheese mac and cheese. Doesn't that sound so awesome?
Well, not as awesome as the 2 cheese
Well,
I make.
That's why I got some Parmesan cheese. Maybe we'll drizzle a little bit to make it a 3-cheese. It sounds really good.
Right, that's more like not as Southern, more like Italian.
Okay, so we have this macaroni already cooking. It's already done, finished, and so we're gonna drain it. I'm gonna hold that for a second. All right, so I'm gonna drain it really quickly. Now, I can never assume about draining because one time I told someone how to make these noodles, and she didn't drain it for my pad thai because she just didn't know. So that's okay. So we have to drain it in a colander so that we can get all the water out. Okay, let me do it this way. It's a big pot, but I got this pot. Okay, so we drain it, make sure all the water's out. And then we're gonna go ahead and pour that pan out, Stephanie.
Put it right
it's
here.
Gonna drip a little bit on the thing. And then, okay, we want it hot, right? Tell us about it.
We want it hot because the first thing we're gonna put, like in any good Southern recipe, is butter. Okay. So, and you know what? We just put in as much as you want. And a lot of recipes I make are like, add butter, add more butter, add more butter.
So, you know, who was it? That one cooking lady, I won't tell her name, but she's Southern.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I think I know too. But she had got in trouble with something else. But anyways, we won't say her name. But she put lots of butter, and she was, she was healthy and healthy looking. But then she later on tried to lose weight. But I love butter, and so but I think butter is better because it's naturally it's less processed.
Yeah, don't use margarine.
Yeah,
use butter.
Let's put a little more butter.
Oh, okay. She's a Thai girl. She's gonna kill me. Okay, so the noodles are hot, so the butter just melts right in there, and this just helps start with the sauce that we're making. like my mom would make the roux on the stove top, and that made the sauce. But in this, with the noodles hot, you're just basically making the sauce all in this one pan. So it's really, really easy.
Let's talk a little bit more while you're stirring this butter about the macaroni and cheese. I've made it so many different ways, and I've gotten the recipe where I make a roux. But one time I saw on the food truck on Food Network, they had this food truck, and they were making a baked mac and cheese ball or something like that, and they just use whipped cream, like thick whipped cream, and they just added salt, pepper, and butter.
That's really good.
And yeah, so that might be a shortcut that maybe I have to try one day to make
it thick.
A roux. But this is easy.
Yeah, so
easy enough.
While it's hot, do you want to grate a little bit more cheese?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is 2 cheese. June wants to change it to 3 cheese. But this is 2 cheese. But we use mozzarella and cheddar cheese is what we use. My mom always just used cheddar cheese, but on this recipe...
Maybe we should put some salt and pepper on it first, do we? Or
I do put salt and pepper in, but not until later. If you would like to try it that way, we would love to. But I've always had success doing it.
Are we going to...
Do you want to grate some more of that cheese?
Yes.
So it's best to do it while it's hot because it's going to be melting and making the sauce in here, okay?
Okay. But while you're adding this, and I'm going to grate this, I want to talk a little bit about some Southern traditions.
Okay.
Okay, what other like Southern dishes besides mac and cheese? I know there's, what? Tell me. What did you go up with?
So the thing is, like when my mom would make macaroni and cheese, this was just part of the meal.
Okay.
Like she would fry chicken, like cut up a chicken, fry chicken. It was like her standing over the stove for hours. Buttermilk biscuits. You know what I mean? Like I never had a casserole until I moved to Utah. Like,
okay, before
honest.
I'm all over the place, but I was just thinking you said biscuits. We're gonna have to have a show on biscuit
I don't
making.
do biscuits.
I didn't have your mom on.
Well, yeah.
But I still cannot make a good biscuit. I have to fall.
Well, it's really hard. Like my mom can still make them here in Utah, but she's never really gotten them to turn out as well here as she did in the South because of the altitude.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to investigate.
Yeah, so it's a little bit harder. She still makes them; they're still pretty good, but there's just something about the altitude and even the kind of flour you can get out here. Like even when she's had people go back to Alabama or visit, she'll like sometimes bring a flour out here. But now you can order stuff off Amazon. You know what I mean too? Like you can order grits off of Amazon, which I have done.
You know what? I'm gonna go to Macy's and see if they have good grits.
They probably have. I'm sure they do.
They have everything at Macy's.
Yeah, and if they don't, they probably have like quick grits, but like the grits we grew up with are like slow cooking grits that would take like 30 minutes to cook instead of quick grits that take 5 minutes to cook.
So we are going to have more Southern cooking segments because I already see shrimp and grits, I see biscuits.
Grits casserole is another thing that I make that my family loves.
Yes.
A lot of butter.
And
bacon and cheese.
Yes, and bacon and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We could variate this. We could add bacon.
You know, actually,
I have some leftover bacon.
My son,
my
son Calvin, when I make macaroni and cheese, and he likes to eat the leftovers.
Did somebody eat it? There's only a little bit left, but I'm going to do it.
Okay, he actually will warm it up, throw cheese and bacon on my leftovers, and like love it.
We had a friend that was over here, and he's on keto. You know that.
Oh yeah.
So if we had bacon, I'm not going to eat bacon. I'm going to warm it up and throw it in.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Or do we do at the end? I don't know. I'm going to real quick.
That's what he does it just on leftovers, but I mean you can add anything. I have made macaroni and cheese with shrimp in it actually too.
Ooh, I've never tried that.
Yeah, like different cheeses, like a little more sophisticated cheeses, but it's really, really good.
Okay, so I'm going to finish grating. Hey, you can grate. I'm going to go get the bacon.
I think we have enough in here. So I'll just...
okay, go ahead and grate a little bit more, and I'm going to get some bacon. Okay, so while we put... Oh, you're going to put... Oh, you have to put it in...
Well, it's while it's hot. It's because we need it to get melty.
Okay, I want
make
this
the sauce.
crispy. I love the smell of bacon, but let me warm it a little bit more. Okay, so, you know what, Stephanie? I never thought I would marry a Southern boy, but I've always wanted us to have a little cooking show. Here we're on a little segment. But we should have a podcast or a show on, like, football. You know how the boys are, like... I'm understanding football. I was a cheerleader, and I didn't understand football until I married a Southern football boy.
I tried out for cheer, but I didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't that great. I mean, I wouldn't have made it nowadays because I didn't tumble back then. Back in the day, I won't tell you how old I am, but it was just you just have to be cheerful. Okay, it's okay. We're gonna.
I'm not happy, Tiger.
Okay, so we're just the bacon coming. All right, I think we're gonna take. I got the bacon warming up, and I made it too hot, so it's cooling down a little bit. I'll get it in a minute. So, okay.
So now, do you want me to add more milk? I mean, you want me to add
the eggs?
After I add the milk.
Oh, okay. We can start a little bit.
Yeah, so let's just add, we put, the milk in, still making the little sauce.
So we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back and do a little bit more of this to finishing it off, and I'll get the bacon together.
Okay.
So,
sounds good.
Okay, we'll come back.
Okay.
Well, welcome back. We're having too much fun here. But okay, I promise we'll post a recipe, and so you really know how to make it the right way. But today we're winging a little bit, and I'm gonna try to add bacon at the very end. So let's finish this recipe.
Okay.
And oh wait, chitlins.
Oh, we found out what they were, for sure.
Okay, tell us.
Fried intestines, pig intestines. Like I said, I've never had them. I know that people ate them in the South, but I never had them. They also ate possum.
I guess I shouldn't say that because some of the Thai.
Yeah, what are you talking about? June used to eat bugs off her screen door.
Oh, but that's good. No, it wasn't good.
But pig intestines are.
Okay. No, I'll tell you about the bugs. Okay, I'm going to salvage myself a little bit. Okay, so in Thailand, I went to visit an aunt, and this was actually in my cookbook, the little story, that I remember vaguely, I think she was an aunt, but I walked over there, and I was little, and there was all these bugs on the screen, and she said, oh, welcome. So she brought out the walk outside, and she went shh, like that, and put all the bugs. I looked it up. I think they were June bugs. Ooh. And so I ate myself. and then it was all wiggly, and it was making that noise. You know how you're like putting like the legs on the walk,
click, clack, clack.
And so she took it to the sink and she washed it. And they were all like wiggling in the water. And then she drained it, and then she put it aside, and then she put like hot peanut oil in a big wok, and then she threw it in, and she started throwing salt, pepper, and then she had me taste one, and I didn't really like it that much, but it was really crunchy and
like popcorn.
Peanutty. Yes, like popcorn. But so, do you have any experiences when you were little? Oh.
Well, I can tell my first time I met June. Because, I grew up in this little town in Alabama.
Do I get to defend myself?
No.
Okay.
So I grew up in this little town in Alabama, and, we didn't really, the only seasonings my mom had in her kitchen were, salt and pepper. Literally, there was, not a big variety. But, I heard my brother was dating this girl from Thailand, and she was a really good cook and everything, so I was kind of hinting around to her that I was hungry. I was 13.
Okay, I'm going to defend myself.
I was hinting around that I was hungry. And so she's and June is always the best. She can just whip up anything, whatever. But, she didn't have a whole lot to work with in our trailer.
Right.
You know what I mean? There wasn't a whole lot of ingredients.
You lived in a trailer, but it wasn't
My mom liked to
trailer.
call it a mobile home.
Yes.
It was a trailer.
But it was very nice. It wasn't nowadays it has a bad connotation. So you're not,
It did then
not
too.
true.
But anyway, so June makes this stir fry for me, but all she could find was hot dogs and carrots.
Okay.
So she made me hot dog and carrot stir fry.
Okay.
And wait, I have to finish. And I was like, that's not what I was expecting. That's not what I was really thinking that you were going to
So you lied to me. You said you weren't feeling well. I remember.
So I did. I was like, I don't feel very good. I've been out in the sun for a long time. I don't think I can eat. But she was so sweet to go in and try to make me something. But since then, I've had a lot of good dishes.
Well, thank you. But the hot dog stir fry was really good. It's more like, you have seen spaghetti. You don't cut little round circles. You make it look like strips of delicious
I don't
meat.
think anyone ate it. Did anyone eat
Yes, they did.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that later.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this.
She is I love her stir fry. In fact, I don't ever eat out at any Asian restaurant because I'd rather eat your food.
Oh, you're so nice.
Yeah. Except for the hot dog thing. Okay. So we just finished adding milk, and then to finish our little sauce here, we do add egg. Which some people are that's kind of weird that you add an egg to macaroni cheese.
You know what? That is a little different. We don't normally add eggs in the sauce.
Yes, but this you do. You just add an egg and you just mix it up in there. Just kind of helps it make it creamy. And
so where do you add the salt and pepper again? I forgot.
At the very end.
We'll put the recipe.
Yes. We won't forget the salt and pepper. It's very important. So so this just makes the sauce.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna add a little bit more milk to this. This isn't exact.
You're cooking like me. I don't like to measure, honestly. It was the hardest thing. One of the hardest things for me was to write a cookbook. And I had to measure, and try to make it exact. It was horrible.
June when I was young, I lived with them before I got married with June. And she used to make me spicy ramen noodles.
Wait, I'm not sure. Is this good? A good story?
No, it's good.
Okay.
And I don't like ramen noodles, but I don't know what she did to those ramen noodles.
It's in my cookbook.
Oh, I have that cookbook.
You haven't made anything. You haven't made anything out of it, have you?
I love it because I'd rather just come here and have you make it for me. But she can make ramen noodles so good. So check out her cookbook and use that recipe.
Thank you.
So, okay.
Oh, is that it?
Yep, that's it. I did the salt and pepper.
Okay.
And then what you do is
What about this?
well, that's going to top it.
Oh, I thought you put it into the macaroni.
Well, I already did put some in there.
Oh, let's add a little Parmesan.
Okay, well,
will be good.
I'll let you take over that
Three
part.
cheese.
Here, can you open it?
Okay. Okay. Food Club, Macy. Yeah, Macy, you get the.
So this is
Credit.
a twist, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay.
Do you want to stir it in, or you want it on
Go
top?
ahead.
You
can stir it in.
Okay. So I'm sure this is going to be
You'll forgive me
amazing.
later.
Baby.
This is her recipe from
Who's gonna
chitlins.com.
try this? I'm sure it'll be good. So when do you want to add your bacon?
I think we don't want it in here because
Okay.
it'll be all soggy.
Okay.
So we'll do it at the top.
So now what you do is you just cover it. You have to bake it covered
Go ahead and
first.
cover it.
And you put it in the oven at like 350 for 45 minutes.
So this is really an interesting way. You have one pan,
Yes.
pretty much, and that's really nice.
Yep, it's all right there. That's why I love it. And it's so easy. And like I
Right.
said, people always love it and they
And
enjoy it.
I love this disposable pan. I would buy big amounts of them because it's so, and the mac and cheese is kind of messy, and so it makes it all sticky. But I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna pull the one that we have out. Wait, no, we'll just put this aside.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pull the one we have out. We're gonna talk a little bit about this pan of yours that I've been wanting everybody heard of this there. Oh.
It's very heavy.
Yes. Okay, what is it called? I never know how to pronounce it.
It's French. I don't think I say La Crusade, but a French person might disagree.
With a
But,
southern accent.
Yeah, so this conducts the heat so well.
Okay, is it so hot?
And yes, it is so hot. And like when you make them in these, it's good, but it is different when you make it in a good pan. I think. It just conducts
Maybe
the
a
heat
black
better.
skillet?
Yeah, anything, these ceramic pans, it just makes it so good.
Okay.
So this has already been baked.
At about 350
For about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So when that's all done, you uncover it, and then you're going to add more cheese, because my recipes are always add more cheese, add more butter.
Yes.
So you're just going to sprinkle this all across
delicious.
the top.
Where's the salt and pepper?
I already put salt and pepper in here.
Okay, I see.
Remember?
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did.
I forgot.
Okay. Okay,
About
so
football.
I don't know anything about football.
I actually really like football now.
Well, I tolerate it. Sometimes I know stuff I'm surprised I know about it because of the people I live with. But okay, so now you're gonna put it back in the oven at 350,
Okay.
and you're gonna let this melt. And one thing my kids love me to do is at the very end, just like boil it for a few. Oh no, not on this one.
What? Look at how good that bacon looks.
Yeah. Okay.
On top.
I do love bacon.
No, I'll put it on top. I'll put it in the other one.
Okay. Or you could do half and half, like a pizza. Half
Okay.
bacon,
Let's
half no bacon.
Okay.
Like customize it.
Yeah, look.
Have it your
so
way.
good.
So
It's going to be awesome.
yeah. So
Bacon.
but they like me to boil it at the very end so the cheese gets kind of crispy and.
I'll do half. I won't do that many, but this is really good. Taste it.
I believe you. I've had bacon.
Tiffany!
I've had bacon.
I'm not
before.
trying on camera. I'll do anything, almost anything.
Okay.
It's getting a little late.
I
No.
know. Yeah. So
Okay.
you just want to throw that back in the oven?
Is that all? Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe
Knock
I'm just
yourself out.
hungry. Yeah.
You can't mess up
Okay, let's go
anything.
ahead. Now we're going to put it on high.
Well, first you're going to let the cheese melt for a few minutes on 350.
Okay.
For just a few minutes. And this is
Okay.
really hot, so.
Okay. All right, let's put it in. Let's go ahead and put it in.
And just as the cheese melts, and then after it's all melted,
open the oven for me.
then I'll boil it for,
Oh, I see. So you let the cheese melt in the oven at 350 for about 5 minutes?
yes.
And then we're going to turn it on high,
Yep, and then just, maybe.
uncovered.
Yep,
The first
uncovered.
bake is covered.
Yep, the first
Okay.
bake is covered. And then the second one you uncover, put the cheese and then
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be right back. When this is done, we're gonna eat it. Oh, Stephanie,
it looks
you
good.
the bacon's gonna be tempting. You could eat some bacon.
I'm probably not.
But
But
look
you
at that
enjoy it.
bacon. That looks so awesome.
I'm sure it's good. Bacon's good on everything.
No, I'm so impressed, Stephanie. Because I knew you when you were like 14, when I first met you, and you did not really cook.
No, I didn't at all.
Or when you got married. But now you're making amazing things.
Yeah, I enjoy cooking now for my family. So
Okay, so I'm gonna put a little piece of this one with bacon on top, right over here, and then one without bacon.
for me, I don't know how the people at chitlins.com would feel about your.
My bacon? Oh,
Yeah.
everybody loves bacon. Who doesn't love bacon?
Well, they love it, but you know.
But on the chitlins.com. Okay, so there's lots of ways to serve macaroni and cheese. And you were talking about how you would serve it with fried chicken and all that, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, some ways, and this could be a vegan dish, I suppose, and this is from the garden. I know it's kind of ugly, but it's so delicious. The only kind of tomato I like, look at that. Oh, these are heirloom tomatoes, are homegrown tomatoes. They're the only delicious. Would you like some?
Sure.
You gotta check.
My dad was a farmer, and we used to
Yes.
have stuff like rock-eyed peas and fresh tomatoes. Sometimes that's all we'd have on our plates for dinners, things from his garden.
Okay, so I'm going to just put a couple on here also.
Would you like salt and pepper?
Yes, I would like salt and pepper.
Don't forget the salt and pepper.
Okay, let's put salt and pepper. Actually, I love pepper.
Yeah,
I'll let
I
you
do
put
too.
yours because you're kind of like
I like
mean
pepper too.
today a little bit.
Me?
Do you want to try the bacon? I'm just kidding.
I like bacon. Nothing against bacon.
Okay,
So,
all right.
okay, so we're going to try it.
Okay, this one we didn't do the 3 cheese. It's a 2 cheese.
Yes, this is just 2 cheese. This is the way it's intended to be. 2 cheese, no bacon. Good. Did you get a bite of bacon with yours? And it's good?
Oh, this food is so good. I love this. And you know, it's best when it's right out of the oven.
Yep.
It's always good when we have a family thing, but you know, by the time we get everybody in and you warm it and you do whatever, and you know, then it's a little bit colder. But when it's hot like this, it's so good. Oh, and the tomatoes.
leftovers
Taste
are
the
good
tomato.
too. These are heirloom tomatoes?
Yes, heirloom tomatoes. So good with
those are
it's
good.
good with the mac and cheese, isn't it?
And these are from your garden.
Yes. Well, I'm not a green thumb. It's your brother. I confess, I kill everything. I cook everything, but I kill everything. So I do not know. I just kill everything.
Kill it before you cook it?
Yes.
So it's good. Well, it's been fun coming on and doing this with you.
That was so formal, Stephanie.
Sorry! Train wreck number 3.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank Macy's again. Everything was gotten at Macy's. It's so great. This is going to be such a fun season for us, and I'm so excited for you guys to really try. We're going to post this. It's going to be done the right way. It's going to be done like this, and it's delicious. And you don't have to add the bacon.
But you can if you want.
But you can if you want. And I love the bacon. Just look at that. You put it on the very top. And of course, you can add whatever else too. So anyway, so next time, join me again at Cooking Made Easy with June.